Don't show your interest. You want to be their mirror. In other words, you want to mirror them. If they show you they like you, you show them that they like you, but always one level below.
Do what your enemies do, following their actions as best you can, and they cannot see what you are up to. They are blinded by your mirror.
Never more or equal to them. Always be one step behind.
Like a boss.
Hi, Alex. Please, can you help? Okay, I'll help. I had been single a while, and this guy starts in the same office as me at work around 6 months ago. Good. He started coming over a lot to chat, and we started messaging each other a lot outside of work. Initially, there was an air of disinterest. I wondered what he wanted from me. Then I started to like him. I felt excited. Oh, okay, good. We had a date, which was nice, and I knew I liked him. Okay, did you know he liked you? We talked, shared things. He told me that he didn't want to hurt me as he could tell I'd been hurt before. What? What does that even mean? I could tell you've been hurt before. That's something that some women, some women tell guys, oh, he's been hurt. What? Honestly, that sounds like an insult. After that, a week or so later, I kept wondering what he meant by that. Why didn't you ask him that? When people disrespect you, when people disrespect you, I find that disrespectful. I would like to ask him, what do you mean by that? What do you mean I've been hurt before? What does that even mean? What? I don't know what the hell that means, man. That sounds so disrespectful. If I was you, I would have said, look, man, I don't know what's giving you that impression. Okay. After that, a week or so later, I kept wondering what he meant. I thought I had sensed a slight change in him. I pulled away for a week and blocked him so I could have my own headspace while I was away. Why would you block him? That's a little too much. We were polite at work, but nothing too much when I returned. I wondered if I had pushed him away, so went back to explain why I pulled away. You explain to the guy why you pulled away. Why doesn't he come to you and ask you why you pulled away? Pulling away is not about you explaining to him why you pulled away. Pulling away is about him having to ask you why you pulled away. He said he thought I wasn't interested anymore and meant it was a good thing for me regarding not wanting to get hurt. So he was like doing you a favor. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something, man. When a man loves you, they don't care about doing you favors. They just want to be with you. There is no them saving you from yourself by them denying themselves of you. That makes no sense. That's not how guys work. I asked him if we could meet sometimes, and he said I'll be back soon. He was away for a couple weeks gigging. So after he said I don't want to be with you, you still asked him out. Look, when he said he don't want to hurt you, and that's why he's not asking you out, let me tell you something. That's rationalizing. He's just rationalizing the fact that he may not like you.
Rationalization is a psychological defense mechanism that involves explaining and justifying one's behavior or feelings in a way that makes them seem reasonable, logical, or acceptable to oneself or others. It is often used to alleviate feelings of guilt, shame, or anxiety by creating a false sense of justification for one's actions or thoughts.
And your reaction to that was to ask him out again. My love, listen to me, man. Listen, okay? Okay? I'm not a mean person. Okay? But what you're doing right here, this is not acceptable. All right? You shouldn't be doing this. But let's just keep reading. I withdrew. When he returned, I made an effort, but he ignored my messages for 3 weeks. What? You were still chasing? I withdrew my attention. What do you mean withdrew? You did what he wanted you. Okay. He eventually came back and messaged me. I ignored his messages for about 2 or 3 weeks. Eventually I replied. I was still pissed underneath it all, so I was cold with him. He didn't reply. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't think he likes you. The biggest thing I find difficult is I'm a nice person by nature, but sometimes it's difficult for me to tell if I'm being disrespected or reacting through fear of getting hurt. The one I'm not interested in like me, and the one I like lose attraction to me. This then makes me feel not enough, or there must be something wrong with me. It's easier to set boundaries and include my shadow side with the ones I don't care about so much about the future with. Am I going for the wrong type? Okay, let me give you my answer to this, boo-boo, okay? Listen, all right, where do I start with this? You gotta be able to, when you're meeting people, especially when you're meeting them from work or even in general, don't show your interest. You want to be their mirror. In other words, you want to mirror them. If they show you they like you, you show them that they like you, but always one level below.
Do what your enemies do, following their actions as best you can, and they cannot see what you are up to. They are blinded by your mirror. Their strategy for dealing with you depends on your reacting to them in a way characteristic of you. Neutralize it by playing a game of mimicry with them.
Never more or equal to them. Always be one step behind. You know those people who are your friends and who always walk one step behind, and you're always like, when you're talking to them and you're walking with them, which is annoying as hell, you always have to almost like be looking back. Jesus Christ, that's so rude. Anyways, you always want to be one step behind. In this case, you were not one step behind. You were almost like leading the situation. And for a woman, unfortunately, it doesn't look good when you try to guide where this relationship is going. It just doesn't look good. You have to let him guide it. You have to let him tell you where he wants this to go. You cannot be the one that's dictating how this relationship is going to end up. Because it doesn't make, at the end of the day, it just doesn't make you look good doing this type of stuff. Being the one that's reaching out when he pulls away.
When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It is always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack.
Now let's imagine your granny is in a very similar situation to this, where she keeps finding guys that like her, but don't like her back. I would tell granny, look, sit your butt down, right? You know, because we don't have a lot of time left. And let me tell you the strategy that I would tell my grandma, right? First of all, I would tell granny, look, get my course, Emotional Mastery, all right? Because this course will allow you to deal with the emotional pull of when you like a guy and resisting the temptation of chasing, right? And also it'll help lower her blood pressure. We want granny to live as long as possible. After that, we'll tell granny, look, there's another course that he has. It's called the Psychological Game of Attraction. It's for grannies that are single and who want to meet their man of their dream. Yeah, that's right. After that is the course Natural Chemistry. It's a course that will help her find her soulmate so that they could grow old together and live in peace. It's a course for women who are in a relationship and who want to learn how to build boundaries and not get disrespected. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. After that, granny, I would tell her, look, once you're in a relationship with him, sometimes you could get too nice. Sometimes your heart softens up and you allow disrespect. So after that, I would tell her, get that course, Nice Granny or Nice Girl, which is an assertiveness training course. Or let's just say granny can't afford all of this and she wants to purchase it all but doesn't know how to. Look, I would tell her, granny, you should just purchase the bundle where you could get all of Father Alex's courses at a discounted price. You can click on the description down below. Studies have shown that grannies that purchase my course live longer, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. And I'll see her inside.
Being the one that's explaining to him why you pulled away, what you're pretty much doing is reverse supplicating. You're supplicating, you know, and my love, listen up, man. Listen. I'm not a mean person, okay? You do know that, right? Like, I'm actually a very nice person. But when you ask me a question of this type of question, I have to give you some tough love, all right? Because Let me move you right here. There you go. Okay, there you go. So you look at Father Alex better. You said the ones I'm not interested in like me, and the ones I like lose attraction to me. First of all, it's not that the ones that you like lose attraction to you. Is that most likely when a guy acts like they don't like you, you may just end up liking them. That could be the thing. It could just be that you just might have an attraction towards men, or maybe men who don't show you interest trigger an attraction response from you.
One reason is that we tend to crave what we can't have. This psychological phenomenon is known as the scarcity principle, and it suggests that when something is rare or difficult to obtain, people tend to value it more highly. So if we find someone attractive who doesn't seem to reciprocate our feelings, we may become more interested in them simply because they're hard to get. Another reason is that we may be seeking validation or approval from others. When we're attracted to someone who doesn't like us back, we may see winning their affection as a way to prove our own worthiness or desirability. This can be especially true for those who struggle with low self-esteem or insecurities. Some experts also suggest that we may be attracted to people who don't like us back because of unconscious patterns we developed in childhood. For example, if we grew up with parents who were emotionally distant or unresponsive, we may be drawn to partners who exhibit similar qualities because they feel familiar to us. Lastly, we may be drawn to people who don't like us back simply because we enjoy the chase or the challenge. The pursuit can be exciting and add an element of mystery and unpredictability to the relationship.
It makes you chase them. You know what I'm saying? So it may not be that the ones you like, they don't like you back. It just means that you end up liking people who apply these strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, people, these strategies work for a reason, you know? Like, you can't really blame yourself. What you got to do is resist. It comes down to you resisting. Resist the temptation, to resist the pull of chasing people who's giving you signs of ambiguity, who's giving you double-edged signs. In other words, where they show you they like you, but at the same time, where they don't show you 100% that they like you. Listen, man, this has to be your standards. If you have to question if a guy likes you or not, don't chase. Only chase after they made it so clear to you that even my blind grandma could see it. The ones I'm interested in like me, and the ones that I like lose attraction to me. And most likely the ones that you like also is because you're just making it obvious, my love. Listen to me. You have to be a little bit more sneaky about this. You have to be a little bit more subtle per se, a little bit more gray. No vivid colors. And what I mean by being a little bit more gray, I mean that you don't go completely in and showing the guy that you like them. You make them earn it. You make your affections, you make your smiles, you make your confessions, you make your love something that is earned. Make him earn your love. Don't just give it away. Don't just give away your interest. Don't just give away how much you like the guy. Make him earn it. You know? Because when you make them earn your love, what would happen, they'll appreciate it more. But when you just give it away, hit them up, flirt with them, you're the one that's flirting and they don't flirt with you. Come on, man, what is he, Michael Jackson? No! You let them be the one that flirts with you. You assume that they like you and you just lean back. Or better yet, you assume that they don't like you and you don't, and in your mind you think this is not gonna work out, and you just don't flirt with them. Let them be the ones that flirt with you on the date. Let me see what else you did wrong. Father Alex, don't destroy her. I'm not destroying her, man. I'm just trying to be nice with her, man. Let me see. So she says, I withdrew my attention. He eventually came back and messaged me. I ignored his message 2 or 3 weeks. Eventually I replied. I was still pissed underneath, so I was cold with him. So you were pissed that he said I'll be back soon when you asked him out, because she said, I asked him if we can meet sometime, and he said I'll be back soon. I care about you. I don't want you to be played. So it frustrates me in a way that I just don't want you to do this no more. I don't want you to do this no more. Okay? I don't want you to do this no more. So you pretty much asked him out again, and he said, I'll be back soon, or he gave you the maybe sign, and then you got pissed off, right? So this tells me you're frustrated with this. This tells me that you're not appropriately reading the room. If my advice to you from now on is don't do nothing. Let him do all the work from now on. For example, me when I'm at work or school, I personally do not hit on people. One, because I'm a dude, right? I could easily get in trouble. Because of the way that the world works today, I could easily get in trouble for hitting on a girl, right? She could say something, I don't know. So what I do is I just don't hit on them. Even in my friend circle, I don't hit on the girl. The reason why is because I'm protecting myself, right? But also another reason is because if she likes me, she's the one that's gonna do the work. And the reason why is because if I like her, I'm gonna show her that I like her. I'm gonna be receptive to her talking to me. She'll notice that I'll smile a little bit more. She'll notice that I pay attention more. She'll notice I'll text her. I'll make sure that my interest is undeniable as long as she shows me interest, right?
This last element can be slightly hidden. On the surface, be polite and civil, while letting it be known that behind the scenes, you are incorrigible. A woman may feel ambivalent about President Clinton's reputation, but beneath that ambivalence is an underlying interest. Do not leave your reputation to chance or gossip. It is your life's artwork, and you must craft it, hone it, and display it with the care of an artist.
So in this case also, you're not letting things happen on their own. You're like Bob the Builder. You're building this whole artifact. No, you got to be the one that does. You got to be the one that's on the receiving end, not him being on the receiving end. It's easier to set boundaries and include my shadow side with the ones I don't care about so much about a future with. So you're thinking about a future with him? My Lord have mercy. My love, listen to me, man. Control your fantasies, okay? Control your fantasies. What I mean by controlling your fantasy is that when you're with him, stop imagining a rosy future with him. Stop imagining how he's the perfect guy for you. Stop imagining how, oh my God, we're so...
Our ideal is something we feel is missing inside us. Our ideal may be buried in disappointment, but it lurks underneath, waiting to be sparked. If another person seems to have that ideal quality, or to have the ability to bring it out in us, we fall in love. That is the response to ideal lovers. Attuned to what is missing inside you, to the fantasy that will stir you, they reflect your ideal, and you do the rest, projecting onto them your deepest desires and yearnings.
so perfect together. We work together, same office and everything. Because there's a fantasy in your mind. I'm not calling you crazy. I'm just saying naturally. You naturally fantasize how things will be in the future with him. And that's what causes you to fall in love. You fall in love with the fantasy. So what I am telling you is control your fantasy. Say no. Say no to the fantasy. Say, Satan, I rebuke you. Say no. Like imagine it's not going to work out in order to control for expectations.
This daydream of ours has a strong erotic component, for the child's feeling of being dependent on the parent is charged with sexual undertones. Give people a sensation similar to that protected, dependent feeling of childhood, and they will project all kinds of fantasies onto you, including feelings of love or sexual attraction that they will attribute to something else. We won't admit it, but we long to regress, to shed our adult exterior and vent the childish emotions that linger beneath the surface.
So you're saying, am I going for the wrong guy? No. Well, yes, but the problem is that you're going. That's a problem. You're going for them. Let them go for you. All right? And from there, you pick the guys to go for. But do not, and I repeat, do not go for them. Don't let them be the one that go for you, and then you pick out of the ones that go for you, not the opposite way around. Boo, you are a mindful attraction watcher. You are out here representing me and all the Dylexians out there. Sounds like a call. And all the Dylexians out there. You gotta make us look good. You when people say, what do you watch on YouTube? You tell you watch Mindful Attraction, and then they be like, but you're chasing? And then they be like, oh, but then you're gonna make me look good. You cannot be doing this and tell people you watch my channel, because that's not how we work here. Make us look good, all right? So next time, avoid the situation. Leave it, all right? Don't pursue it, all right? And move on. This guy doesn't like you, but for future reference, don't do this again. Or I'm closing the channel. I'm telling you, I'm gonna close the channel if you do this again. If I get another message like this, I'm gonna close the channel, all right? Listen to me, man. I know I sound mean sometimes, okay? But it's because too many people give soft love to people. Oh my God, he's crying. I'm not crying. Got something, you know. And sometimes people are hard-headed. Cabeza dura, right? And you have to realize your worth. You will attract a high quality man if you just do what my videos say. You will. You will. Trust my videos. Trust it. In this moment, you lost value in his eyes. That's a fact. That's just a fact. You did. It's okay. He's not the last. He's not the only one with a holy dizzy. There's a bunch of dudes with the dizzy out there. He's not the only one. But make this sacrifice of this guy as a lesson, so that if the next time this happens, you don't do this again. Let them do all the work. Let them do all the work. All right? And I can promise you, you'll notice that it'll be like magic. Things will get better. Things will get easier. Because nothing hurts more than chasing a man who doesn't want you. It hurts. It frustrates you. It makes you bitter and angry. I know it does, because you said you were pretty pissed off. Don't you think that you internalize that?
When we internalize rejection, it can lead to a deep-seated sense of inadequacy and feelings of unworthiness, causing us to question our very existence. The effects of rejection can be crippling, leading to depression, anxiety, and avoidance behaviors that can negatively impact our daily lives. The fear of being rejected again can cause us to withdraw from social situations, depriving us of the chance to connect with others on a deeper level. It's important to remember that rejection is a normal part of life, and seeking support from loved ones or a mental health professional can help us process our feelings and move forward in a positive way. By recognizing our worth and valuing our unique qualities, we can learn to overcome rejection and build stronger, more meaningful connections with others.
Don't you think that becomes part of your identity after a while? It does.
And one of the ways to prevent from internalizing the rejection is to practice loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness meditation is very simple. Like I always tell you guys, you sit down and you look at yourself from the third person's perspective. And you tell yourself, may you be free. May you be at peace. May you be healthy. And say it with as much passion as possible. And then imagine a moment in your life when you were really rejected and you needed support. You say the same thing. May you be free. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And then imagine you're saying it to somebody that you love, somebody that you are indifferent about, like a mailman, or somebody that and the next person is somebody that you're jealous of. Go do that twice in a 10-minute time frame, or once for 30 days, or when you get rejected, or when you feel the pangs of rejection. This prevents you from internalizing the rejection and making it an identity. I'm telling you, this works. This really works, because what it does, it just prevents you from getting bitter. Bitterness, a lot of the times, is just rejection internalized. And that's dangerous, because then you begin to project or expect people to reject you when in reality they're not rejecting you. Or purchase my course, Emotional Mastery, where we talk more deeply about that subject.
Don't let those things harden and don't let those things become internalized, boo-boo, okay? All right? You got this, man. Come on, man. Give me a pound. Give me a pound, goddammit. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Anyways, ladies, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfultraction.org. If you guys ever want to check out any of my courses, click on the description down below. Don't forget, we're having a seminar at the end of the month. We're going to London, at the end of the month, and we're going to a bunch of cities in the United States. You can see the dates on the description down below. You could just purchase the tickets or join the WhatsApp group for those cities so that you guys can hear when I'm going to those cities. Okay. Anyways, take care and much love.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't purchased any of my courses, we have a special bundle deal for everyone. So that you could purchase all of my courses, meaning you could purchase the psychological game of attraction, natural chemistry, and nice girl, along with all of the bonuses. Originally, if you purchase everything without the bundle, it'll be around $500 to be honest with you. But right now, if you guys purchase it, with the bundle, you guys will be able to get all of these courses: psychological game of attraction, which is for women who are single; natural chemistry, which is for women who are in a relationship; nice girl, which is a course on assertiveness, along with all of the bonuses: social mastery, practical mastery in terms of how to master anything, social mastery in terms of how to master your social skills, and the laws of human nature, wherein it's part of the Robert Greene book club I used to have. All of these, naturally, like I said, it's $500. Now you get it at $394, which is essentially 20% off everything. But if you guys want to purchase a more affordable bundle, you guys can purchase the bundle without the bonuses, and that will be at $224 rather than the $300. Well, rather than the $293 that you guys would naturally purchase it. So you could purchase it with the bundle or without the bundle. You could purchase it with the bonuses or without the bonuses. It's all of the work that I put in the last 4 years, in the last 5 years actually, all of the research that I've done. And this course, rather than watching all of my videos, and because they could be random and you could sort of like lose the big picture because there's just so many videos, you guys get all of the content condensed in a course. Trust me, people, if you guys purchase this, you won't regret it. If you haven't purchased it, hopefully this will push you towards it, because it's something that I believe in, and everyone who's purchased my course have been satisfied with it. And if they didn't like it, I always give their money back. I have never rejected a refund. All right. So purchase it right now. Click on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle, and I'll see you guys inside.